Hello everybody, welcome to another class in trigonometry. So today we'll be talking about compound angles of trigonometry. Wait a second, what is compound angles? Let's discuss that first. Compound angles, right? Okay, I don't need to write a definition for this because it's pretty easy. The algebraic sum of any two or more angles is known as a compound angle. So we have an angle x degrees and we have an angle y degrees. So the algebraic sum or the difference, okay? The difference also. So x plus y degrees is a compound angle, comma x minus y degrees is also a compound angle. So we have an angle z also. Suppose. So next we'll put it as x plus z degrees. Yeah, whole degree is also a compound angle. And also we have x plus y plus z full degree is also a compound angle. So these are all the examples of compound angles. Okay, so clear with the compound angles. But what does trigonometry has to do with this compound angles? Let's see. Okay, so we know the value if x equal to, for suppose we'll take 60 degrees. So we know sine x equal, we know the value of sine x. The value of sine x is root 3 by 2. But sine of x plus y degrees, what is the value of this thing? If they give y some 2x degrees, I mean not 2x, but something different. So if y is y itself, but for this it's gonna come as sine of 60 plus y degrees. So instead of letting it be like this, we at least have to solve sine of 60, right? Leaving y. So how to do that? So we have a few formulae in the trigonometry to do that, okay? So let's jump into the formulae. The basic formulae in the compound angles of trigonometry is sine of x plus y, or we can also write as sine of a plus b, which is going to be more easy. Sine of a plus b. What is sine of a plus b? When a plus b are two angles. So sine of a plus b equal to sine a cos b plus cos a sine b. Yep. So here we have two terms, sine and cos, and here also cos and sine both multiplying with each other, but the angles are interchanged. Okay. Next one we have sine of a minus b. So what is sine of a minus b? The same formula, but all we have to change is plus symbol. So we have to put as sine a, sine a cos b minus cos a sine b. So the same formula, but only this thing changes. So for remembering this formula, we just need to remember that sine and cos are multiplying with each other with angle A and B, and we have two terms like that, and it's added, and the angles are interchanged. It's a lot to remember, I know, but it's gonna come in mouth if you start practicing problems. So when sine of A plus B is there, the sign is positive, and sine of A minus B is there, the sign is negative. So those are only the two compound angles, but we have a plus b plus c also, but it's a bit more advanced. We'll see in the further videos. So let's stop till here for sine now, and let's jump into cosine. Cos of a plus b. This is peculiar. See, this is cos a times cos b. See here, cos a is multiplying into cos b, right? Minus. So here it's plus symbol, but it becomes here minus. Minus sine A, sine B. So this is a formula which is a bit peculiar, as I said earlier. Cos of A plus B equal to cos A cos B minus sine A sine B. Fourth one, cos of A minus B. Guesses? Yeah, it's correct. Cos A cos B. The only thing changes is sine, which is plus, and sine A sine B. Pretty easy, isn't it? So next one, we completed sine, we completed cos, next is tan. So tan of a plus b. Yeah, that is tan a plus tan b whole by 1 minus tan a into tan b. Right? So next formula we have, see, I guess you got how to read this. This is a very, it's kind of expanded form, and we have to remember it. So tan of a plus b is tan a plus tan b by 1 minus tan a tan b. Next one is tan of a minus b. So tan of a minus b is nothing but, so yeah, the only thing changes are these things. So tan a minus tan b whole by 1 plus tan a tan b. That's it. See, the only thing changes here, it is plus, and here it will become minus. Here it's minus, it will become plus. So these are the 6 trigonometric ratios. Three trigonometric ratios: sine, cos, and tan. Next we are going with cot, and we don't have anything in cosecant and secant because they are a bit too advanced. Like, they don't deserve a formula actually because they are the last. Okay, I'm just kidding because they don't have. Yep. Next, what was the number? Damn, I have memory issues. 7th one. Cot of a plus b. What is cot of a plus b? So, like tan is nothing but 1 by cot. So we just gotta reverse things. So this is gonna become cot b, cot a minus 1 by cot a plus cot b. Right? Cot a plus cot b. So why did I write here cot b, cot a? You'll know now. 8th one. So cot of a minus b. So this is cot b, cot a minus 1 by cot b minus cot a. See, generally all formulae we have like a minus b, x minus y, like that. But this is different. This is cot b minus cot a. When cot a minus b is there, we have cot b, cot a minus 1 by cot b minus cot a. These are the 4 trigonometric ratios we have compound angles for. Next we will be going to a bit more advanced. Just of what we have learned, we'll simplify some terms. Okay, so we know that we have sine of a plus b. We know the formula of sine of a plus b. We have just learned. And what if we add sine of a plus b and sine of a minus b? What's gonna come? So we'll first derive this. So what is sine of a plus b? Sine a cos b plus cos a sine b. Okay, you can remember this as a song too. Cos a sine b plus sine a cos b minus cos a sine b. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm deviating. So now, in this thing, we have sine a cos b plus cos a sine b plus sine a cos b minus cos a sine b. So we know that cos a sine b minus cos a sine b cancels out. So next we have sine a cos b plus sine a cos b equal to 2 sine a cos b. So if next time if you see any question in this form, sine of a plus b plus sine of a minus b, don't need to do the whole thing, and if they give any values for a and b, don't start calculating for the whole thing, but instead do this: 2 sine a cos b. So we completed the first one. Next, if this is minus, what's gonna happen? Let's find out. Sine of a plus b minus sine of a minus b is how much? Okay, so now we don't need to write the whole thing again. We'll just check it from this we'll just check it from this line. Okay, so sine a cos b plus cos a sine b minus sine of a minus b, which is, so this will change its sign. This will change its sign, and this will also change its sign. So this is going to become sine a cos b minus sine a cos b. So these two terms will get cancelled. This will get cancelled, this will get cancelled, and minus into minus is plus. So plus cos a sine b plus cos a sine b, which is equal to 2 cos a sine b. So instead of again writing the whole thing, we just got it from the previous one. So sine of a plus b minus sine of a minus b equal to 2 cos a sine b. Next, we know cos of a plus b And we also know what is cos of a minus b. What will happen if we add them? Let's check out. So plus cos of a minus b. So let's do this on mind, okay? So we have cos of a plus b. What is cos of a plus b? Cos a cos b minus sin a sin b. Okay, just keep it on one side. And cos of a minus b is cos a cos b plus sin a sin b. So comparing these two equations, we have in the first we have plus sin a sin b. In the second we have minus sin a sin b. So they both get cancelled, and what we are left with, cos a cos b plus cos a cos b equal to 2 cos a cos b. So that's the answer. You can check it out if you want again on the paper. So next one, cos of a plus b. Again to change the sign, it's cos of a minus b. Now, what's going to be the answer? Guesses? Yeah. We'll do this on mind again. Cos of a plus b. Cos a cos b minus sin by sin b. Keep it right there, okay? Keep it on one side. Keep this on one side. And now next this one. Cos of a minus b. What is cos of a minus b? Cos a cos b plus sin a sin b. No confusion. But we have a minus sign. So the signs are going to change. So it's going to become okay, let me write it for you. So it is going to become cos a cos b minus sin a sin b. And now the remaining is going to become minus. The whole thing is going to become minus. So it's going to become minus cos a cos b minus sin a sin b. So this is going to become, so this is positive, this is negative. Cos a cos b minus cos a cos b is 0. So we cancel it out. And we have two negatives and a sin b. So it's negative 2, sin a sin b. Okay, so this is called, we can call it an exception because we have minus 2 sin a sin b. Okay, so yeah, I guess you understood. Next, instead of adding, we'll multiply. Let's see what will happen. Come on, how much big is this thing? Oops. I hope you have taken down, or you can go back and take it down. Sorry, this is a YouTube video. So next, set multiplying, right? We'll put a multiplication, so multiply. Okay, so now first one, sine of a plus b times sine of a minus. So do you know what's the answer? Pretty simple. So actually we have a derivation, like we have a bigger formula. We need to do it a little bit. I guess that's the time is for now. So let's jump into this thing now. What is the answer? The answer is sine square a minus sine square b. Okay? So now we know that. So in the first videos we have remembered that sine square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1. Right? So instead of sine square a, I'm going to be writing 1 minus cos square a. Okay? And the minus is going to stay there. And instead of sine square b, I'm going to be writing 1 minus cos square b. Okay? So 1 minus cos square a minus 1 plus cos square b. So 1 is going to get cancelled. And the answer is cos square b minus cos square a. So we can write sine of a plus b into sine of a minus b as sine square a minus sine square b, or cos square b minus cos square a. Okay? Clear? No, I don't need the rest. I'm sorry. I haven't changed it. Next we have cos of a plus b times cos of a minus b. Okay. What is going to be the answer for this? This answer is cos square a minus sine square b. Actually, this is the only form. That's it. Actually, I can't do much of this. But can you simplify this? Cos square is maybe not. Or maybe we can do this, but it's gonna come in cos and sine. We'll try this. So cos square a can be written as 1 minus sine square a minus 1 minus cos square b. So 1 are gonna get cancelled again. So it's gonna become cos square b minus sine square a. So this is gonna become the answer for this. Pretty easy. So if you see anything cos of a plus b plus into cos of a minus b, it's just like a plus b into a minus b, but this is different. And the same one here also. Next we have tan of a plus b. Tan of a plus b into tan of a minus b. So let's derive this. This is actually going to be fun. Okay, I'll write it on the top. I don't think it will be in the bottom. Take it down. So we have tan of a plus b times tan of a minus b. So this is going to be the last formula of the day. The remaining formulas I'll be saying tomorrow. So let's continue with this. First one. So what's tan of a plus b? Tan a plus tan b over 1 minus tan a tan b into tan of a minus b tan a minus tan b over 1 plus tan a tan b. So now, if you see, if we multiply the numerator, this numerator with this numerator and this denominator with this denominator, we see that tan a plus tan b times tan a minus tan b whole by 1 minus tan a tan b into 1 plus tan a tan b. Right? So we know algebra. Everybody of us know algebra, and we also know that a square minus b square equal to a plus b into a minus b. So actually, both denominators and numerators are in the form of this only single formula. So a plus b is tan a plus tan b, and a minus b is tan a minus tan b. So what can we write? We can write a square minus b square, which is tan square a minus tan square b over, so the same one, a minus b into a plus b, both the same. So 1 minus tan a tan b in the form of a minus b, and 1 plus tan a tan b in the form of a plus b. 1 is a and b is tan a tan b. So what can we write? A square minus b square, which is 1 minus tan square a tan square b. Yay, we completed. This is the final formula, and yeah, we actually revise this formula in our minds, and it was pretty fun actually. I like this formula. So chalo, I guess the time is running out. I don't know how much it is there. Maybe 10 minutes. I guess my guess is correct. Okay, fine. No problem. We'll meet tomorrow, and with more formulae, more fun, and more shortcuts. Chalo then. Bye bye. Oh wait. If you have any doubts, you can you can actually WhatsApp to my number, which is in the description below. Chalo then. Bye bye.